What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is game number 2 here between Hasu and XlorD. This time we're on the map Antigua Shipyard, spawning in the upper left-hand spawn location. Our blue Zerg player is going to be XlorD, and down over here in the lower right-hand spot, the red Protoss player is Hasu. Game number 1, pretty crazy. XlorD ends up winning it. He proved to be quite effective for a good majority of the game at really harassing his opponent's economy. One of the biggest things, the huge advantage that he got early on was just that major econ-focused kickoff where he went right away, very, very early into a 4th base, sitting at very few forces. He was pretty much just using a few lings, and besides that, focused on just droning up. He had a few lings, a small task force of mutas, and he just droned so hard. And then we saw that big push come out from Hasu, and that got stopped due to a massive amount of spine crawlers. Now there was a bit of a back and forth from that point forward. Hasu got a very, very nice Archon toilet off. Again, as it is known, basically, you know, landing a proper vortex with your mothership and then getting your opponent's forces to get in, a majority of their forces to get into it, right? And then you put your Archons in, and as soon as everything pops, the Archons just lay waste with their splash damage to those forces just so very quickly. And that's exactly what we saw happen. And there was a second engagement with the mothership. Luckily there for XlorD, he managed to split his forces far away enough and you know, put them in just a good position so that that wouldn't happen again. And immediately after that, Hasu realized that a second Archon toilet wasn't about to happen. He just called the GG because he was so far behind economically. XlorD was doing a great job of stopping Hasu from getting expansions up and running. It was a great game. There's a lot that happened, but hopefully I recapped a majority of it there. We are going to be seeing pool first here from XlorD, deciding to start off on that one base, trying to drop that hatch now. Manages to get it just before Hasu can stop him with his probe. Let's see if Hasu tries to do any type of fancy schmancy harass. We'll have to see. Moving on up, he is checking those extractors. He realizes, all right, nothing's coming out. And besides that, we'll be doing a little bit of resource harass here, trying to mine from that field and stop the Jones from doing the same. He's got a little mineral patch in his mouth right now. What a thief! Look at him running away. All right, hatchery about 1/3 of the way finished right now. Hasu back over here. We can see he does have his gateway coming on through. Also realized that there weren't any lings at the moment. Just now coming out with, actually no, not at all. Decided not to come out with any lings, and as a result was able to delay that photon cannon because he wasn't really worried about any pressure. Again, he was in the main base, he saw the pool, he saw when it finished, so he knows exactly what he's up against and what he does and doesn't have to worry about. Okay, so Nexus about halfway done right now. We see that gateway very soon as well. Also, those assimilators coming up so that once that Cybernex core finishes, he can right away start that warp gate research. And then whatever else he decides to follow up with. Just now getting extractor over here, and the hatchery has just popped. Look at this little gas steal too. He makes it in the main, realizes he's not going to escape with that cannon there. Decides, might as well be a nuisance, and grab the gas. See if he cancels and redrops it, or if he's just going to let it complete. He lets it complete. All right, there you go. So now just a little bit of a nuisance there. He'll be able to take care of that as soon as he does get his first attacking unit in play. Has left himself a little bit of a space there. It's going to be good for a Zealot to just kind of sit idly at. And yeah, that is about that. Back over here for XlorD, we're going to be seeing a Roach opening. Very early Roach. Implication, it's going to be some early aggression. So let's see if that ends up happening. Probe trying to move up for a secondary scout. Bypasses the Queens, but gets taken out due to their damage before he can make it on up. And the Roach aggression has begun. 4 Roaches coming into play. Probably going to be seeing around 7. So I'm going to assume. Now Hasu might think that something's going up due to the dedication to stopping that secondary scout. We do have a photon cannon coming on through. That will be number 2 for this frontal wall off. Also, you're going to be seeing some sentries here. Sentries, of course, will be used to force field that ramp and try to prevent any push from doing any damage. We've got 2 more Roaches coming through. Where are the rest of them right now? Total of 4 in play, 2 more coming out, so there will be 6 total. I don't know if he's going to be able to do any damage, though. We got 2 cannons, and the second sentry is almost finished here. And 2 cannons plus force fields is going to make those Roaches very hard pressed to do much damage. Overlord Scout right over here. We got another one tucked away in the corner back here. Again, we do still have this extractor. And Roach is now at the center of the map, not doing much. Actually pulling away there. Oh no, they're just going to move down and engage. He's ready to show them. Yep, I got Roaches. They're coming. You ready to deal with them? We got a Twilight Council coming on through now as Hasu is very likely to go up to Blink Stalkers. That's going to be my assumption. Warp Gate research very close to finish. Should be seeing a few more gateways dropped, but can't afford that yet as he's coming down with some extra cannons to deal with this early aggression. And just out of range there. Beautiful. A couple shots just out of range. Gonna use that vision of the high ground and try to snipe this down. Let's see what he does. Gonna be close. One roach. Again, it's gonna take those sentries forever to kill him. And utilizing that vision that this roach grants them, they're able to snipe down that gateway. And this is a big headache here for Hasu. I don't think he's gonna do too much damage besides this, but killing off that gateway is certainly a great thing. And he's gonna finish it before it turns into a warp gate. Again, I don't expect them to be able to move up here. Why? This is not gonna work. Forced to cancel, as expected. As the roaches are like, yeah, okay, you can try that if you want. Cannon's a bit of a threat, though, and it doesn't look like he will be able to take out that forge, but still leaving this wide and open, and forcing Hasu to keep redropping it. We got a couple more gateways also coming through over here. Should be seeing those roaches do that same thing. They're gonna try to sneak up, really. It's a mistake, too many cannons. Plus those sentries, not gonna happen, there you go. Luckily, those roaches made it by. We do have a layer coming out. In addition to that, another base coming out here for XlorD. So XlorD will be on 3 bases once that is all said and done. We got some upgrades coming out through. Blink Stalkers as expected here for Hasu. And he will also begin that level 1 upgrade. Again, the roaches with vision of the high ground and roaches on the low ground will be sniping down another gateway. Couple extra sentries though, making that a little more difficult. Nice force fields, but still doesn't get the roaches. He pulled back in time. They're gonna be going all the way down. Look at that, teasing sentries. Oh no! There you go, that's exactly what Hasu was waiting for. The force field wall, trapping those roaches on the inside, in range within those cannons, and see you later, roaches. Finally, the threat is all gone, but XlorD has bought himself plenty of time to tech up and all sorts of stuff. We do actually have a Spire coming on through. Just gotta find it. Step number 1, find the Spire. There it is, Spire coming on through over here for XlorD. And going to be also coming out with a bunch of Lings. Just now starting that metabolic boost research. He held off on that for a while. That allowed him to tech up as fast as he did, getting that layer and Spire very early as a result of having those extra 100 Vespene and not spending them so early on. Macro Hatch also coming out. We're seeing a push now from Hasu. Stalker Heavy is going to be the name of the game as he does have that blink research. He's got a total of 4, 5, 6 gateways. Number 7 coming on through, as well as that level 2 weapons upgrade. So working his way on up. Already got level 1. Blink Stalkers will be very effective at sniping down this expansion. Let's see if it works out for him. Hasu now pushing up. Gonna give himself vision on the high ground. Nice force field wall, prevent those Lings from getting too close. Vision on the high ground, those Stalkers should be able to blink on up. He doesn't really have too many Stalkers here in the center of the map at the moment, though. Actually warping a few over here. Surprise! Okay, I guess he's just gonna blink him down. There you go. I was gonna say, he could just have warped in down here, but decided to just blink him down. Utilize that tech, huh? Nah, it's gonna be really close. Yeah, just barely enough vision. Barely enough space there to warp in a couple of Stalkers. We'll also be working down these rocks. Zerglings, again, without that speed upgrade, not very effective against this force. They let it slow as molasses. They just are terrible there. A few mutas coming through, 7 in fact. He's already got a bunch in play. 5 in play already. He'll be sitting on a total of 12 mutalists once those all pop. Is he going to counterattack with this, or is he going to prepare to engage? I think. Well, he's going to counterattack with a few mutas. Probably go straight for that resource line. He knows this Expo is a goner. See you later. Also losing that queen right there. You got a couple of Lings that are going to pop. Broodlings pop out though. They are able to do some damage. Muta's now in the main, doing a bit of damage. 8 workers killed so far. He's going to continue to go to town over here. Oh no. Not looking good. These are pylons and not cannons. These Muta's able to do a bunch more damage. Unbelievable. 14 workers killed. Hasu hasn't pushed quite yet onto the natural expansion of XlorD. Free Muta kill over there. Hasu now going, grabbing the center of the map, and then turning back to continue up his aggression. Lots of Lings out right now, and actually that may be enough. It's going to be pretty close. He doesn't have vision of the high ground. Lings sneak through. A couple of force fields though, making it a little less effective as he isn't able to get a full surround on the Stalkers. But there are too many Lings here for Hasu to deal with, and he's going to lose his force. Hasu says, well played, and leaves the game. Alright, my friends, that is going to do it in this series here between Hasu and XlorD. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hasu does end up losing both games to XlorD, so a quick 2-0 there for the Zerg player XlorD. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Keep watching and keep owning.